Hi everyone, I'm Needlecraft Danny. This is flosstube number 84. Yeah, I have my whip updates for you, not a whole lot of plans, and that's probably it. But I feel like I'm probably going to talk a lot about all of my whips, so maybe it's going to be a long one. Presently, I'm doing my way of Stitch Mania, or basically a whip mania. It's a long, stretched out whip parade. Every day I work on a different whip. And after 17 days or 18 days, I basically will have worked on all of my whips. So yeah, over a few weeks, you will get to see all of my whips. Today, I have worked on 7 whips. I have my whip that I'm going to work on today for you. So basically next to me, and treble stitching, so 9 whips are lying next to me. And I thought about bringing all those whips that I have not yet worked on and will work on during the next week. I don't know in which order, but they're going to come up all in a random order, and I'm going to stitch on all of them. Honestly, I decided against it because it would have been so many whips, and well, I'm thinking or probably doing a whip parade in August anyway, so that's not super far away, and I think that's then going to be enough. I did a whip parade at the beginning of the year. Since then, I have not started any new projects. Sorry, there was some fuss on my laptop, so I have to put that away. I have made a whip parade beginning of the year. I have not yet started any new projects since then, except for one, but I think I showed that one in the whip parade anyways. And I have finished only 2 projects. So basically, it would be very similar to the one I did beginning of the year. I will do one shortly before August, for arbitrary August, but not at the moment. So I think it's okay that I did not bring all of them. Just for me, a little bit better to film. Whip parades are a lot of work. They get super long. So yeah, that's why I decided to not bring all of my whips and just show you what I did stitch on and what I'm going to stitch on today, and all of the other whips you will see next week. Okay, long talking. Let's get started with my travel stitching or out of the house stitching. At the moment for that I use a kit by Bosilla. It's called the Tiny Stockings Ornaments. Sorry. There are 30 on here. For Stitch Mania I started 11 of them, the last 11, because last year I had already finished 19. So yeah, I think I have 4 now left to stitch, maybe 3? I'm not sure exactly. Last time we talked, I was stitching on this one over here. So I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And I did finish that one. So those are stitched on 14 count Aida, 2 over 1 for crosses mostly, and then a lot of backstitching. The Aida scraps are, I think, 4 inches high, 3.5 inches wide, and yeah, all of those are tiny stockings. So with this one, I think last time we talked, I had finished all the cross stitches, so now only the back stitch was missing. Or I had already started a little bit with the back stitching, so I finished that. Up in here, there are a lot of French knots. Some of them are not good, and I don't care. Yeah, French knots will never be my favorite thing. I probably will never be able to actually do them perfectly, and I do not care as much. In a lot of whips, you can change to beads, so yeah, I probably will do that more. With those, I did not feel like beads would fit, so I did the French knots. I did not enjoy them, but I did stitch them anyways, and yeah. So that's that one. You get now a face, and all the back stitching is done, and yeah, that's him. I did not have a whole lot of out of the house stitching, so the next one I did stitch on was this one over here. And I show a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So not a lot of difference. Basically, I did one length of this darker brown over here that only had a few stitches. And then I started with the red up in his vest and over here. And that's it. The red is still on my needle. And yeah, I did not get any more done. I wanted to finish them all until Sunday, so this week. And I have this one left and I think two more. One where I've basically just started and one where only backstitching is missing. So overall, with my work days and stuff, I have around 1.5 days for all of those. 1.5 work days translates to about 1.5, maybe 2 hours. We'll see about that. The backstitching one, I will be able to manage that probably in 2 hours. But that one, that's a whole lot to do and a whole lot of backstitching also. So not only cross stitches, but also backstitch and the other one as well. So we'll see if I will actually be able to manage all of those, to finish all of those until Sunday. If not, I will take them with me a little bit more for out of the house stitching. But I'm getting closer. There are only 3 left. So yeah, the end is in sight. Okay, that's my travel stitching. And now let's move to my rotation. On Monday, or last Monday, I already told you what I'm going to stitch on that day. So that was Supersized Max Color Once Upon a Fairy Tale, charted by Haven't Enough Designs. The artwork is by Amy Stewart. And I'm presently up in that corner over here. So I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. So last time I told you it would be super nice to get 400 or even 500 stitches done. I managed 600, so I'm super happy with that. I started a new diagonal up here and I finished those 3 sky blocks and I actually stitched them all together, not individually. But the colors are so similar in those and I would have had so many packed threads that next time I just have to pack away. So I decided to stitch all of those 3 blocks together. Then I moved into the next block over here and that one was confetti hell. There's a lot of confetti in that in the edge of that yellow book. And then I also started the red book. So a lot of confetti stitches and all new threads I had not parked before, so I had to start them and then stitch 1 or 2 stitches and park it again, or sometimes even pack it away. So that one was intense. Then I moved down to this one over here and it got less confetti, only a little bit over here in those yellowish blocks. And then I moved into the last one. There was a little bit of confetti over here, but a lot of that I already did when I stitched that block up in here. And the rest was not bad. The next block has only about 4 colors. So next time I stitch on this one, the first block will be super fast. And then it's getting intense because the further down you go on this diagonal, the more confetti it gets. You can see it on all those parked threads over here. There's a lot of colors in each of those blocks. This one is stitched on a 40 count, 1/110 stitch, and the needleminder is from Lakeside Needlecraft, and I bring it a little bit closer one more time, just because I really love this piece. I'm absolutely in love. It's amazing. All those details, they look so amazing, so beautiful. And I can't wait to stitch some more on this one. But I have only around 1,100 stitches left for my year-end goal. So not a whole lot of progress anymore this year. And it's only May, so yeah. It's kind of sad, but also I'm really happy with how it looks and how it turns out. So yeah, here we go. Once Upon a Fairy Tale. This is also the full coverage piece I started last. And it's the biggest one. So priority-wise, it's not super high up. But yeah. Priority-wise, how much I like those, it's super high up. But yeah, that's that one. That's Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Okay. On Tuesday, I got another full coverage piece, and honestly, I did not feel like stitching on that one. The one I got was Norwegian Ship Under Sail, the small edition by Golden Kite. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And I show a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So I started a new column over here, started at the bottom with all my parked threads, finished them, parked them in the next one, or put them away, or parked them below. And yeah, as you can see, I did not do a whole lot. There's my parked thread that's the lowest. So there were a lot of parked threads down here, and I stitched them, but there are still a lot of parked threads parked. I did around 150 stitches, so not a whole lot. But yeah, I just did not really feel this project. It's a lot of confetti. It was a day I probably should have gone for something easier, because yeah, I just did not feel like stitching on this one. So not a whole lot of progress. Nevertheless, progress is progress, and every stitch counts. So yeah, I'm happy with what I did. And the next column started, so next time I maybe can even finish the column when stitching on this one. It's stitched on an 18 count, 2/110 stitch, 2/1 full cross, and the needle minder is from Kite Designs. And yeah, I actually can't wait to get back to it, because now I want to finish that column. But sitting down and trying to stitch on it, it's a paper chart, it's a lot of confetti, so it's just, you have to concentrate quite a bit to stitch on this one. So yeah, not a lot of progress, but better than nothing. Yeah, that's Norwegian Ship Under Sail on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I got a non-full coverage piece, and actually one of my fancy ladies. So this is Royal Games number 2 by Mirabilia. This year I want to finish the Queen of Diamonds, I think it's called. So yeah, that's what it's going to look like when it's done. I show a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. She stitched on a 32 count white opalescent 2/2 4 cross, and the needle minder is from Kite Designs. What did I do? I started with the color missing from the top. Whichever color was missing, I did one length of thread. So I did a little bit more in here and over here, a lot in the front of her dress, over here a little bit more of the crannick. Yeah, so just a little bit more everywhere. Next time I stitch on her, the next color the color highest up that's missing is now the gold crannick in the middle of the dress. So I'm going to start with that. And then I'm probably going to bead, because all of those holes over here are beads. Over here, those are beads. In her glove, there are missing a few beads. So in the front of the dress will be a few beads. So yeah, a lot of beading still left to do. And probably that's one of the things I'm going to do next time. With stitching a little bit more on the crannick, because when I finish all that crannick, I think I can backstitch, and that would mean I have finished all the backstitching in her. You can see she's already super sparkly, a lot of beads in her staff, in her crown, over here. She looks beautiful, and I can't wait to go back to her, and I can't wait to bead her some more, and yeah, to continue on her and finish her this year. She's beautiful. Yay! That's Royal Games number 2. And then I got a project I already stitched on during May. The Chimney Sweep by Golden Kite. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. I stitched on this one as my first project after all my stockings, because it had its its second birthday. But I did not count that to my Woodmania. So starting on the 13th, it had its birthday, and starting on the 14th, I started to rotate through all my projects. And this one was in there once again, so it got called once again on Thursday. Yeah, that's what it's going to look like when it's done. I show a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. I'm super happy. You probably won't see, but I'm super happy. Thursday was not a good day for me because I was sick. I could not go out and could not go to work, could not go out to do anything. I wanted to stay home and do nothing at all. But I was well enough to stitch, which is pretty amazing because that means I did more than 1,600 stitches on this project. Yeah, more than 1,600 stitches. I'm super happy. It's all one color, and again, it's an off-white. But I did a lot over here, a little bit more down here. Basically, I finished that color in the first row of pages, moved into the second one, finished it on page number 5 and 6. And now you can see I had super long length of thread because it's a blended color. So when I stitched on page number 4 and I finished all the stitches on page number 4, I moved down to page number 8 and finished my thread. So you can see the page break over here. And then with my new thread, I started on page number 5, the first page of the second row, and started filling all this color in until I ran out. So here's another break. The page break is around here, so I did a little bit more on page number 7. But now you can see there's around 1 page missing in here where I have not yet stitched the color. But yeah, really happy with that one. Next time I stitch on this one, I will probably finish all the color over here on those 2 pages and move down into all of those confetti stitches. But next time I stitch on this one will be next year because I have finished my year-end goal on this one. I only had a year-end goal of 4,563 stitches. I finished that and then finished my thread, but I had to start a new thread because I was missing 3 stitches for my year-end goal. So I started a new thread, and with those blended colors, my threads run for around 200 stitches. So I got a little bit more than that I planned to, but I'm fine with that. And yeah, that's where I'm at right now. It's stitched on a 25 count, 2/110 stitch, light blue fabric, and the needle minder is from Nenka Designs. And yeah, I'm really happy. I know you can see a lot, but this building is taking shape, at least a little bit, and the rest is white. But yeah, I'm making progress, and I'm happy about that. So this is the chimney sweep. This is the last time you see this one this year, because also for Arbitrary August, I will probably show it in my Whip Parade, but for Arbitrary August, I'm probably not going to stitch on it because my goal is already done. So it will be out, which is kind of sad, but also I'm really happy that I'm done with my goal. It's the first project. Last year I was super early with finishing my first goal. That was not a finished goal in June, and I felt like that project needed some more attention. And I stitched a little bit more on it during July. And July I felt like, okay, now it's a good time to be finished with my first goal and I can start concentrating on finishing all the other goals. Well, now it's May and the first goal is finished, so that's kind of early, but I think that's fine. Especially because I think the way it's going at the moment, it might happen that I finish all of my goals this year before the year ends. So I'm already thinking about like advanced goals. When I've finished all my goals, what can I do, or what goals can I set myself to do a little bit more stitching and still be goal oriented. Because if I do not have some goals to stitch forward to, it might happen that I just don't know what to stitch. I feel like stitching, I want to stitch, and I sit in my chair and don't know what to stitch on because I can't decide. So that's why I need my goals. So I think it's fine to be done in May, and maybe I can finish all of my goals until maybe October or November, and then May is really fine. So yeah, I think it's okay. Once again, Chimney sweep. I know you can't see a lot because it's all white, but I'm really happy about it. So that's that one. And I'm already about 20% in with that one because this year and last year combined, I did more than 10,000 stitches, and the whole project only has around 50,000. So yeah, I'm really close to, or I've done quite a bit on that project already, although you can't see anything. Okay, next project. On Friday, I stitched on Dragon Dancer by Heaven Enough Design, started with by Anne Stokes. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And again, I'm up in the top left corner. And as this is a super big project, there's not a whole lot to see yet. But I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. This is where I'm at right now. So basically, I'm stitching on page number 14, I think it is, at the moment, which is that page over here. I take the color that's missing on the top left. So first I go in the first column on the left, and from top to bottom, whichever color is next missing, I stitch that one over the whole page. So I did finish one color exactly, which got me to around 450 stitches. And that's it. I did not do any more on that one. But 450 stitches for one day is really good, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, the page is around here, I would say. So I'm getting closer to a page finish. Slowly filling in everything that's missing in here. But yeah, happy with that one. It's stitched on a 32 count Zweigert linen, and I'm stitching 2/110 stitch. And the coverage is amazing. It can get bulky if I get in confetti heavier areas. At the moment, it's fine. But yeah, that's that one, and I'm so happy with this one. I really am. It's amazing. It really is. I love it. I just can't wait to get in more exciting areas out of this pinkish blurry background. But yeah, at the moment I'm fine with that, especially because that means it's quite easy stitching. So I'm fine with that. Yeah, here we go. Hopefully finishing this page soonish so I can move down into the next one. Yeah, here we go. Still quite a bit left on this one because it's a fancy lady. This one, my year-end goal is 9,126 stitches, and I'm not even at the halfway point yet. So quite a bit to do left, but that's fine. That's actually quite good because I have some stitches to do. Okay, and then on Saturday, I got supersized max color cliffhanger artwork by Amy Stewart and charted by Heaven Enough Designs. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. I show a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So with this one, I know that this page, I just need to fill in all the black and then I will be done with the page. So as soon as it got called, Saturday, actually before work, I had 10 minutes left before work, so I decided I'm just going to see which project I will be stitching on today and just prepare everything so after work I can get right into stitching. And this one got called, so I pulled out the project. And I did not even bother to pull out my tablet for Pattern Keeper. I just started with black. Before work, I only got around 20 stitches in. Nevertheless, I just started. I did not bother about Pattern Keeper at all. In the evening, when I knew I was done for the day, I just got Pattern Keeper out. How many rows did I manage to do? And just marked that off and put it away. And I got close to 1,000 stitches, so that's pretty nice. And there are about 900 stitches still missing to finish off the page, so I'm getting really close to doing that. This is stitched on a 14 count 1/110 stitch, and yeah, slowly but surely finishing off this page. With this one, I'm going to the next pages randomly, so that's why it's that way. I finished those pages and not anything else or any other pages. So finishing this page will actually mean I can find out what page will be next. So after I was done stitching, I decided to go to bed, but I did not really feel like sleeping yet, so I decided to pull out my pattern keeper and decide which pages would be really amazing to stitch on next. Well, those pages up in the top row would be really amazing because there's a lot of black and not a lot of confetti stitches. This page over here would be really nice because that would mean I would finish a color. Going in that row below that over here would mean I get further down, and it would also mean that I would go to the backs of the books, not the tops, but the back. So that would be really nice. And moving over here, I would get close, not reach, but would get closer to the red ribbon over here. That's really amazing. So yeah, really excited to find out what my next page will be, but for that I have to first finish page number 3. So that's goal for the next time I stitch on this one. As I said, only around 900 stitches, so it should work next time I stitch on this one, even if I only have like 3 hours to stitch, which I know for some is quite a bit of stitching time. For me, it's a bad day. But yeah, I should be able to finish the next page then. So looking forward to that. Okay, I'm running out of space to put my project. But there's only 2 projects left. One I stitched on and one I'm going to stitch on today. So the one I stitched on yesterday was Tiger Chilling Out. It's a kit by Dimensions. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And this year I basically want to finish the top half. So I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So basically I started in the next column, took 2 colors and finished them in the column. With my leftover that I moved back up the next column. So sorry for all the crinkling, but I have to have something behind that project. So yeah, I'm really happy with that and with how it's turning out. It's stitched on an 18 count. The tiger is 2/1 for cross, sorry. And down in the water it will be a variety of 1, 2, and 3 strands of 10 stitch. Needleminder is from Denker Designs. So yeah, I'm getting closer. That's actually his chin area. So I'm making my way over to his face. His eye will be sitting in here. So yeah, I'm getting closer. I'm really happy with how he's turning out and I can't wait to get back to him. But with him it's always bringing him out. It was the same yesterday. Bringing him out, I did not feel like stitching on it at all. I did everything else, not stitch. And in the end, I forced myself to pull out my needle, start with the first thread, and then I had so much fun stitching it that I really hated that I had to put it away after only about 1.5 hours because I ran out of daylight. And I'm not stitching this one without daylight. I'm not stitching it in artificial light. That's not going to happen, not with black fabric. So next time I probably have to force myself sooner to start on it because then I have a lot of fun stitching him. But yeah, that's where he's at right now. Can't wait to get back to him and hopefully doing some more then and not, yeah, chickening out probably. I don't know what the problem with him is. I just never feel like stitching on him and I get annoyed by that because he turns out so beautiful. But yeah, that's Tiger Chilling Out. And that's the last group I did stitch on last week. That means now I'm going to show you what I'm going to stitch on today. And honestly, I'm super happy about that. And I can't wait because I'm going to stitch on Sleepy Hollow by Glen & Place. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. This year, I want to finish the first row of pages. So basically, cutting through here. So much left to do. Really, really much left to do. But I also am just really looking forward to stitch some more on it because it will turn out so beautiful. I've seen quite a few finished on Instagram and YouTube or flosstube, and it looks amazing when it's done. So I can't wait to have it done. Not this year, probably not next year, but I can't wait. So I show you a picture of what it looked. Oh no, I don't have to show you a picture of what it looked like last time because I have it here. I have not yet stitched on it. So I show you where I'm presently at. Here we go. So I did concentrate a lot on this tree, so I'm probably going to do a little bit more in here as well and then start backstitching a little bit more. I have started with the moon, so I'm going to do a bit more on there as well. To not forget the border, I probably do a pumpkin. I think that's about my plan. Do a little bit more in the moon, do at least a pumpkin, and whatever time I have left after that, concentrate on the tree to maybe finish that part of the top row of pages, and then move forward into the horse's head, into the man, into the pumpkin head he's having in his hands. So we'll see. This is stitched on a 28 count casual linen by Picture This Plus in the colorway Haunted. It's the called for fabric. I'm stitching with the called for anchor threads because there's a DMC conversion on there, but anchor is actually easier to get in Germany than DMC. So if I have a project that's called for in anchor, of course I'm going to stitch with the anchor floss. The needleminder is from Denker Designs. I did not tell you that yet. Yeah, it's so beautiful, and I can't wait to do some more on this one. So I hope for a really good amount of progress. Today's a holiday, and I do not have anything to do. I do not have to work, and nothing else to do. All those last weeks, whenever I had a day off of work, I still had appointments or I had to make some phone calls or anything like that. So today it's just a video, and then I'm going to be able to stitch as long as I want. I do not have to get up super early tomorrow, so as long as I want. And I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, we'll see how much I can get done on Sleepy Hollow. Once again, I'm telling you that I post... Well, I try to post in the evening on Instagram. At the moment, it's more like in the morning. I have not posted my progress on Tiger Tailing out yet. I will do that while the video is editing, or while I'm editing my video. So yeah, it sometimes takes some time, but I post everything on Instagram at the moment. Still not sure how I'm going to go forward after May, after switching projects every day, and how I'm going to post then, but I think I'm going to stay on Instagram at the moment. It's a lot of work to post every day, so I'm not sure if that's going to be the case any longer, but we'll see. At the moment, I post every day. I can understand if you don't want to follow on Instagram because of that. I, for myself, know that I don't like to get spoiled for my flosstube videos, which sounds kind of crazy because often you I also tell you what my goals are, and if I think I can handle them and can manage to get to them, and that's kind of spoiling as well. But yeah, I don't like to be being super spoiled about what people have already done before you watch the video, so I can totally understand if you don't want to follow me there. If you do, I put my Instagram name below, but it's the same as on YouTube. And also, all of my projects, everything I talk about, the companies where I got my needleminders from, they're all linked below in the description box. I always do that. Yeah, I think that's it. I think so. I feel like I forgot something, but I think I have said everything I wanted to. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope to see you next Monday. I should be able to film on Monday. I'm quite sure about that. Yeah, see you next time. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.